مشهور شما یعنی چی؟
ای سلسلمون از نگاه تو بگردم
سپیده میرقصه الان
الهی الهی الهی
خجالت بکشه.
ای سلسلمون از نگاه تو بگردم الهی 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 میخوام یه چشمان سیاه تو بگردم الهی الهی الهی
Anybody? Is that a good book? Excellent book. As a matter of fact, anytime you go to a seminar, you should take notes, and I want you to write that down. The Magic of Thinking Big by Dr. David Schwartz. I read that book, and to make a long story short, I read that book, and I got some ideas that I'd never heard of before. It said, if you think big, you'll be big. If you think small, you'll be small. And it hit me that what I'd been doing all my life up to that point was kind of limiting my thinking and what I really wanted to do with my life. So I decided to give it a try, and to my surprise and excitement, it actually worked. This positive thinking stuff and changing the way you looked at things really did make a difference. I read the book. Within 6 months, I owned my own first business, my first business. And then I did that one. And then I started another, and then another, and another, and another, and another. And over the last 15 plus years, I've owned and operated about 20 different companies. And in understanding all that, along the way, I had this idea. I thought to myself, what if I went out and I became a millionaire? Could there be a possibility that I could then teach other people how to do this? You see, I read all the books. I went to all the seminars. I became what I now call a seminar junkie. Anybody ever heard of a seminar junkie? Do we have any here today? All right, I was a seminar. Everybody made fun of me. They said, what are you reading all those stupid books and going to all those dumb seminars? I said, well, I figure, what do I have to lose? I might as well give this a try. So I'm reading the books. I start these businesses. In a very short period of time, I became, quote, successful. And I said, this is great. Then along the way, I decided to start a company to teach people how to do the same thing. I ended up creating one of the largest educational corporations in America for teaching people about home-based businesses. I've written 14 books on the subject, created some infomercials, and how many of you have ever seen an infomercial before? Well, you may be in one now, okay? So when you turn on the television set and you go, whoa, there I am. I've done a lot of this work, and you're seeing some of this done today, and it has a lot to do with you. And if you'll bear with me today, I guarantee you're going to hear some things today you've never heard before. I do not tell you these things, though, to impress you. I say them to impress upon you that you can do the same thing. You see, I'm just an ordinary guy who had extraordinary dreams. How many of you feel like you're just kind of ordinary, but you've got big dreams? How many of you like to fulfill those big dreams? I'm going to help you do it today if you'll just kind of let your hair down a little bit and have an open mind today. I want to share with you what I have discovered to be the ultimate home-based business. How many of you like to discover what the ultimate home-based business is? The one that, how about a business you could work at home in the comfort of your own home? You wouldn't have to have a lot of money, and you could sit there in the comfort of your own home, even at your kitchen table, wherever you like. You could sit there in your jammies, your underwear, and operate an international, eventually an international, multi-million-dollar operation sitting right there in the comfort of your own home and make all the money you could ever possibly spend. How many of you like to learn how to do that? All right, let's get into this. Let's start talking a little bit about this ultimate home-based business. Let's just talk about it. We have to market something. If we're going to be in business, we have to sell something. But you know what I already know about you? You don't want to sell anything. Am I right? How many of you don't want to be you don't want to be salespeople, right? You don't want that. I already know that. You know what I really know about you? What you really want to do is you want to come home, you want to sit there, you want to do absolutely nothing, and you want me to send you the money. Am I right? Now, is that going to work? That's not going to work. We can't do that. So what we need to do is we need to have a system of making money that's almost that good. Not quite that good, but almost that good. It will require 5 to 7 hours of your time per week to get started if you don't first fall and break your neck. It'll take a little bit of your time to get started, and I guarantee you it'll amaze you. But we have to get down to talk. We have to really talk about this. And let's see if we can figure this thing out together. What truly would be the ultimate home-based business? In my mind, it would be something that it wouldn't take a lot of time, wouldn't take a lot of effort, and a lot of skills, and a lot of talents. And I think I have figured out this business. Now, some of you came in here this morning, you looked over there, and you looked up, and you say, I see some products. Oh, great. I guess I'm going to have to sell something, huh? I was in Los Angeles last week, I think it was, and I was walking up the escalators, following this lady up the escalator, and she said, well, I don't know about this. You got to sell something. The reality is you don't have to be a salesperson, but something has to be exchanged for profits. Now, you can market a product or you can market a service. Would you rather market a product or a service? Which would you do? Say product. Okay, you want to market a product because what you want to do is you want to market a product that's consumable. That means someone uses it up and then they have to reorder, and that's how we get what we call a residual income. But don't be confused. You have to market something. Some people think that business is kind of just like shuffling papers around their home. I'm going to file this stuff. I'm going to work on the computer. The reality is something has to be sold to make money. How many would like to sell something where you don't have to be a salesperson and you make millions of dollars? This is the idea. Now, what kind of products do we want to market? We want to market products that a lot of people want. Does that make sense? It's called mass marketing. Now, I'm going to share with you, we're going to combine 3 industries into one industry. The one industry is the health and nutrition industry. How many of you think that that's a pretty big industry? Nutrition. Oh, yeah. It's huge. How many of you here, just answer this question for me. How many of you here use some form of supplements right now? Raise your hands. It's about 75% of the United States population do. How many of you here would like to lose a few pounds? Would you please raise your hands? Weight loss, is that a big industry? How about the work-at-home business? How about actually being in the business of helping people to achieve the American dream? How many of you think that makes sense? Raise your hands. Now, if we combine all 3 of those together, we could start to find out, and we could start to get a handle on what the ultimate home-based business is. Now, to give you a little idea, how many of you here came here today to learn about health? How many of you came here today to learn how to make some money? Okay, I know that. I know why you came here, and I'm going to be very specific and to the point about this. But we have to market some kind of product. Why not market a product that people need? I'm going to give you a little example here. How many of you here have insurance on your cars? How many of you have insurance on your cars? I'll be careful when I leave here today. Okay. How many of you have insurance on your homes? Raise your hands if you have insurance on your homes. How about your stuff, your possessions, your stereo equipment, all your things? You have that? How many of you have insurance on your health, your body, health insurance? How many of you have life insurance? How many of you feel insurance poor? Now, here's the idea. Here's the quick idea. We spend time and we spend money to protect our stuff because, man, we don't want to be without our things, right? Now, let's think about this. Science has proven this. This is a fact. And I'm not going to get technical with you. The human body, scientists have proven you need 72 minerals. You need 13 vitamins, 3 water-soluble fatty acids. You need 22 amino acids, 9 of which are essential. You need macronutrients, micronutrients, enzymes. You need them all just the right way. And if you don't get them, you're headed for trouble. Now, be honest with me. Come on. How many of you get all those things every single day just the way you need them? Just right. Raise your hands. Besides my distributors right now. Okay, all right. All right. Most people don't get that. Now, here's what I want to think about. Does it make sense to maybe market a product a lot of people need, a lot of people want, and things that people can afford? So far, are you with me? Now, we're going to put up the first slide up here, if we will. I want you to take a look at this. I want to talk to you about what the ultimate home-based business is not. In my mind, first of all, let's really get right down to this and look at this as a science, okay? In my mind, the ultimate home-based business would have no overhead, no employees, no bookkeeping, no experience, no office, no inventory, no shipping. How many of you like it so far? Honestly, what we really want is a business that's simple. It's called the KISS theory. How many of you ever heard of the KISS theory? What does that stand for? Keep it simple, sweetheart. We want this to be simple, so simplistic. You see, it really has to be something that everyone can do. What I set out to do is to find a business, and I believe I'm the first guy in the history of the world to find really, truly, a business that anybody can do. It's not one that just a few of you in this room can do. I guarantee you, every single one of you in this room, you have the talents and you have the skills necessary to do this. If you could find this place, this hotel room, if you could find it, you have the skills to do this. So far, how many of you qualify? Okay, now what we need to do now is we need to discover what really is this. And let's go through a process of elimination, because what I want to do is I want you to catch it. I can stand up here all day long, I can talk to you, and I can share information with you, but until you go, aha, I can do it, it doesn't mean anything. And let's go through the process of elimination right now. Number one, let's talk about the options. You walked in this door, what are your options? What can you do with your current financial situation, your current business acumen,